Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good. Last session we were implementing intro screen for the team. Now, after I ended recording, there was some some request to add a ASCII monkey, which I had drafted real quick here. Yeah, I was thinking, I think we should refactor the way this is implemented. It's not great with a fixed array here. I think what we should do is create a struct and call it struct display string. Well, display entity. I don't know. Display entity. Yeah, and then display entity, and then we do a display string, string, and then we need to add a font size. Let's say const text. Yeah. Const which text. Display entity. So let's say we have a city. Include vector. So a city vector display entity. Display entities. Then we take out this guy, and then we remove these guys, and then yeah. Then here we do font settings. Setting. Setting equals settings 0 Then we do settings text equals that, size, bold, centered. Then we make a copy of this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And so it will be this and this. This. Then this. And here I added a monkey, yeah. 3 monkey, ASCII monkey. Just can do like maybe we just do cd vector settings, and then we say settings.pushback, pushback. How about we say setting and then pushback, setting. Or we do, I can't do in place back. Let's do the pushback. Yeah, that's I think the simplest. Then here we say if the RTS debug and if, and then so we have 30, 15, 12, 12, 12, 12, 15, 30. Bold, we have true, false, false, true, false, 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 centered, true, 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 false, true, true, and true. Okay. Then we have these guys. Then we can remove this here. And then we do display entities dot resize settings dot size, and then the smaller than size, and then we do this dot string maybe we should call it display string. Yeah. What about the destruction? So this one we can remove again. Don't need to initialize, and here we need to how about we add a destructor here? We add a display string, null ptr, and then display string intro, display entity, shit, okay, blah blah blah, and then here we do here free display string, and here display string. There we go. Okay, and then we can remove this here, and we can remove the whole destructor. I can leave it like that. Okay, and then here we say blah 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 display string. Then here we say display settings. Okay. I would say we do the display string, display string, display string equals this. There we go. Okay, and then yeah, so now we use the SD vector for this thing, and then here we now do word set word ref. Well, the display width and height is not really supposed to change. I could. Not sure. Yeah. Right chunk. Right chunk. How about 7 times? So 7 times 20. No, so screen height, it was 1200 divided by 20, that's 60 units. 7 times 60, that's that. So 1200, well, 420 divided by 1200, 0.35. 0.35. Then 9 times 60 divided by 1200, 0.45. 45. 11 times 60 divided by 1200, 0.55. And 15 times 60 divided by 1200, 0.75. 0.75. Okay, so these are our margins, and let's do the following. Here, display entry, we say real height, what's screen height factor, screen height scale, height scale, screen height factor, I don't know, factor. So screen height factor 0.0f. Let's start with 0.5. Let's say 0.1. Okay. Okay. Then what we do now is we take these values here, and in here we say settings, real, screen height factor, so it's text, screen height factor, size. Maybe we should rename it to font size. Both centered. Screen height factor. Okay. Good. So the values we look for is screen height factor 0.35 f. Then we have 4.5. Then we have 5.5. And then we have 75, yeah? 75. Good, then we delete this. And then we transfer this display string. How about we do it differently? We say here, display entity e equals this I e. We say here e this. We remove this. Then we say e dot screen height factor equals settings I dot settings. How about we do setting s equals settings I. Then here we use as centered, as text, as size, as bold, and here we use as screen height factor. There we go. Okay. Then we can remove all of this. Okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. And then here we say, we have now a Y. We don't need that anymore. Text setting, we don't need this stuff here. And instead now we do display entities, dot size, and then debug set, we don't care for that. By the way, here we can also do fade in MS, which is 500. This one probably should be a real. And then here we do the same. 1000.0f times divided by fade in MS. Fade in is 500 milliseconds, 125. Okay, I think this works. Yeah. Milliseconds. Maybe we make this also reals. .f. There we go. And then that's that. Then text blah. Then here we do display entity E equals E dot display string. There we go. Text settings, we no longer need that. Instead we do E dot screen height factor times screen height, and then so this is an integer, screen height, I think we just cast it to int. And then eDisplay string. There we go. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. It just allows us to push things to a vector, and everything is in the vector. Everything that's required for building these strings and then drawing these strings. So draw, SuperHackers draw. Maybe we can make this even more generic, and we don't need to call it draw the SuperHackers. We do draw display entities. Yeah, it can be generic now. Draw display entities. Because there's no SuperHacker specific stuff in here, right? It's all generic. So it could also be used for drawing other screens, intro screens, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Then we can delete this here. And I think this should display the same shit as before. It's just written a little bit different. Yeah. I think we can remove the this here again. Destructor. Like that. Okay. Okay, we can also remove this here. Settings, hold on, here we have a mistake. Pushback, so this needs to be like that. Da-da. Okay. Push back. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. I like that. Let's compile that shit. Failed. Well, that's great. Screen height chunk. Right, you can remove that. Maybe we can make this a bit more explicit, so division goes before minus. There we go. Now it's a bit clearer. Good. Then let's see if that looks correctly. Yeah. Okay. Good. The ASCII monkey only shows in debug, yeah, as requested by someone. Yeah. Okay. Good. Obviously, that was now a little bit long, right? It's because of this here. And display entities, yeah. Font. ASCII monkey. Good. We probably also need to say resize. Yeah, no, that's fine. Good. I think this looks all correct. Then let me push this as is. So headshot intro logo. Then let's clean up in the header as well. 01. There we go. Display string. Well, display entity, display string. Yeah, okay. Then we have this here, blah blah blah. Intro was added in here, right? Yeah. Then we remove it again. Okay, fair enough. So remove the fill, remove that, display entities, setting, blah blah. Okay. Good. Then the next thing. I was thinking that maybe we can draw the super hacker image. So there is image collection. somewhere. Image collection here. And there's find image by name. Find image based on name. Find image by name. There we go. So the question is Kame or find image by name. The mapped image collection. So let me go in here. And we say the way we can probably add a constructor here setting. Let's do a text null ptr screen height factor 0.5 f size. Let's do, I don't know, 10. Bold, false, centered, false. Okay. And so I was thinking that maybe we have here my class image, and then here we have image, null ptr. Like this. And then we have blah blah blah. So find image by name. So this one would return an image, right? Image, const image. Const image. Okay, const image. Let's see. Let me put a breakpoint here. So mapped image collection, it is already initialized. Okay, that's cool. Image map. Let's take through this. Look through this. Watch. Mapped image collection. Oh boy. Oof. So these are all the mapped images from the game. So the question I have is, can we find the hacker? Oof. Maybe we can find it in data. Visual Studio Code. Open folder. Game patch. Let's search for infantry hacker. Infantry hacker. Here, China. Oh boy, so many hits here. Files to include. Star.ini. So, infantry general. There we go. SN Hacker. Portray. Button image. 2L. There we go. SN Hacker 2. Why Hacker 2? Hacker 2. Tank general. Hacker 2. Okay. Find image. Hacker 2. Then let's do the following. Here we add a new entry. Setting. Setting. And setting dot const image null ptr. Image equals, then we take this guy, stop, image, put that guy in here, and then setting dot, no, that's it, settings, pushback setting, there we go. Okay, so now we have SN Hacker there, and we need a screen height factor. Let's put him, let's put him 2.5. We also need a size, setting size. I don't know, figure that out later. Okay, and then now we say here if we say if e display string is not null ptr, then we do this. Yeah. Image. Yeah. And then if display string image is not null ptr, then we do another thing. So now the question is, how do we draw this image? Well, that's a good question. Does it have direct functions to do anything here? Texture size. How do we draw this image? Let's search for find image. Find image. Yeah. So here, medium image. How does it? What does it do? Is it medium image? Let's search for a medium image. Medium. It passes it to this, and then what does it do with it? Image, data, image. Oh boy. Listbox image. Let's search for listbox image. We just need to find an example of how it draws an image. Add image entry. Oof. Image entry. Blah 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 blah. Image data. Yeah, and how does it draw this image? Image star draw. How do we draw images? Draw image. Image list draw. Nah. Image draw. Draw image. Display draw image. Aha. Draw an image fit within the screen coordinates. Huh. Looks like we can use that. Draw image. Okay. Color. Okay, let's try to do that. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 So it's the display, draw image, yeah? Ah. Okay, and we need to pass the image itself, image, but then we also need to pass coordinates. Mm-hmm. Okay. Screen width 39. How about, you know, I'm thinking that we shouldn't use this adjust font size. We should probably use a static calculation. Let me add a new function here. We say void get UI scale. Void say a real get UI scale. Get UI. Get resolution. Get resolution scale. There we go. Let's do a real resolution scale. Resolution scale. Well, maybe it's fine. Maybe we just use adjust font size. Yeah. Just font size. Just font size. Just font size. Yeah, let's just say here size, image size. Yeah. Size. How about we say how about we don't put a point, we put a text. Let's say const char image name. Okay. Image name. Then here we say if e dot text is not null ptr. Then we do this. And this one we can put anywhere here. And then we do if s, not this, okay. And then we say if s dot image name is not null ptr. Then we do e dot image image. Let's do the size image, the image collection, mapped image collection, find image by name, s dot image name. Okay, and then screen height factor. Yeah, okay, so this is the only thing we need to do here. Size, screen height factor, image, okay. Then here we do image name, and then we pass in this guy here. There we go. Image name, and then we have this. Yep. And then here we already have this, and then here display, draw image, screen height. Yeah. Good. Image, draw image. Now we need to calculate the position x. So draw image. So we need a region, region 2D. I think low, high, yeah, region, and then we do a region. Let's do a const int center. Center is screen width. Well, we just do region low dot x equals that, y and high. Okay. And then here we pass in low region, oh man, region, low x, low y, high x, high y. Okay, color, we don't care, blah, okay, so, good. So like this, and then here we do, so screen width divided by 2, yeah, and then here minus plus, and then that is maybe we move high X up here, high X. So this will be minus text. S dot size. S dot size divided by 2. Right. No, it's E size. No? Oh, we don't save the size in there. Oh. Aha. Then we need to change that. Let's do a int size. I don't know, 10. Then here we do e dot size equals this size. Maybe we call this adjusted size. It's a bit clearer then. Okay. Then here e size divided by 2 plus e size divided by 2. And then the height we do screen height low y, we do this, and then this. Let's do this plus plus e size. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I guess we can do that. So if I'm not mistaken, this will work. Yeah. Draw image, color -1. Yeah. Looks like we also need to pass in this color here. So maybe we call it color, and then pass in color. Yeah. Drop color, okay. It compiles. Well, that's already a start. By the way, image collection, we didn't actually include that. We didn't. Don't we need to do that? Image collection. Image collection in image.h. Well, we have it included now. Image. There we go. So if this goes well, we should be able to see an icon at the top. Oh, we do. Look at that. It's a bit small. Plus, it was hidden by the. Let me prolong this bullshit again. Okay, so it seems a bit small. Yeah, let's increase it a bit by, I don't know. Let's put 90. Yeah, that seems like a, oh, yeah, 90. That seems like a respectable size. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, there it is. It looks a bit stretchy. Aha. It's not meant to be square. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks a bit looks a bit bad. Yeah. So it looks like we need to say size 30. Okay, then I think we need to say size X and size Y. And here as well, size X, size Y. Okay. Size X, size Y. So what ratio do these icons have? I think they have like a 4:5 ratio, something like that. Yeah, let's try 180. 180. Then here we say size Y. Okay, size Y. Adjusted size Y. Adjusted size X. There we go. Y. X. X. Y. Okay, adjusted size. Yeah, we can just put this here. E size X. How about we do that? Then we have here E size Y. There we go. Okay. And then here we say size X, and here size Y. There we go. Then here, how about we rename this to size? Get size text. Let's rename this to size. Position. How about we rename it to position? That's better. Pause. Okay. I think this is looking good. Let's see if that compiles and runs. Fails. Well, size, right. Size X, size Y, there we go. All right. So X, Y, color, blah, blah. So I think we also need to move it a little bit up, right? So it's located, let's put it at 20. Oh, it looks so laggy. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe move it a bit closer. So we do 20, 24 maybe. Maybe it's a bit too close. Yeah. Yeah, it's too close. What if we put it at 15? How would that look? That's not too bad. Maybe. Let's see that without this goddamn monkey. Let's do F0. Remove this goddamn monkey. Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Maybe it can be a bit closer. Let's try 18. Maybe it can also be smaller. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's make it a bit smaller. It seems a bit too large. So maybe we do 100, like a fifth of it, right? What is the original? I think I've noted it somewhere in GitHub. Somewhere in, oh boy, there's some documents here, generals documents, documents, and there's WND. There's somewhere a cameo sizes. There we go. Small, large portrait. 122 times 98. Okay, so that's the original size. 122 times 98. And then maybe we just say times 0.5. Half of it, that is 60. Oof. That seems a bit small. 60. Let's do 75 of it. 75 times 75. That should do. Int. Then we can also maybe put this at 20. Okay. Yeah, it's now a little bit smaller. I think that's good. I think that looks good. Yeah. Maybe it's still too big. Yeah. What if we make times 60? Could also just show it 3 times. A mother of superhackers. Yeah. Okay, so now it's smaller. Yeah. That's too small. Let's do 70. 70, and here we're 22. Yeah, I think that's good as well. Let's see how that looks in a smaller resolution. Documents, data, options. So let's go for 800 by 600. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe the whole thing needs to be shifted down now a little bit. Maybe not. I can already see people in the comments putting the rage comments. Hey, the game is crashing. Fix the game crashes. What are you doing? Fine tuning intro. We don't care. Well, fix the crashes yourself. Yeah, good. Yeah, I don't know. The logo, it seems a bit. I don't know where to position this best. This logo. Like, in what relation should it be? It shouldn't be too close to the text, but also shouldn't be too far away. If you put it on, let's put it on 12. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. Yeah, it seems a bit high, right? Yeah. Let's try 15 again. I think that's not bad either. Yeah. 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 Can do that. Let's leave it at that for now. I think that's fine. Yeah. Let's test it in 1920 by 1080. Yeah. 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 I think that's fine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. I like it. Looks good. Then let's see it again with this goddamn monkey here. Oh, goddamn monkey. ASCII monkey. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, he doesn't fit in there. His feet are cut off. um, let's remove this ASCII monkey. We don't care about that. Good. That looks fine. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think the code is pretty easy to understand, easy to maintain. It's also easy to create like a new screen, so you could add like another one for another team, right? Like you can have like another, like I don't know, the Super Lotus, yeah, team, and then could have that as an intro screen as well, and do it similar to this with the setup, and then put some text and images and so on. Yeah. Okay, cool. Post intro, I think, wait, draw display entities. Yeah. Okay, great. I like it. Then image, blah, 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 private image, da 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 da. Yeah. This is, put some text here. This is a hacker, China hacker image. China hacker image. Yeah. Fine. Find image by name. Yeah. Image. Okay. Team name. URL. Websites. Okay, cool. Okay. 5, blah, blah, okay. Okay, cool. We also need to reduce the time again. Okay. Then 1600 with 1200. It's our favorite test size. Good. Yeah, that's very short. Okay, great. Okay, cool. Then let's merge this down. China hacker image, team, blah, website. Yep. We removed the monkey. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Then we merge this. Then we do a rebase on main with squash, please. There we go. There we go. And then we create new branches now. So first we intro logo with quick start. So yeah, so first we do add new intro. Okay, and there we cherry pick this one. Cherry pick. Ah, shit. Yeah. We still need to replicate it in generals then. Yeah. Move it related code to new file and class. So that's number one. This one we don't take. Simplify intro state. We take this. Cherry pick. Then we take this guy. Cherry pick. Yeah. And then we take remove non-functional copyright string and simplify logo movie. Yeah. And then we remove the legal page. Yeah, cherry pick. Yeah, which didn't really do anything, right? Yeah. Okay, and then we do this one here. Add short intro logo for, yeah, cherry pick. There we go. Okay, so these are the 5 commits here. We now need to test that this compiles, and then we also need to test that each individual commit compiles. But it should work. Okay, while we wait for this, let's see if there's something we can act on in GitHub. Let's see this one here. Score 5 of 5. Okay, cool. You can use array size buffer if you want more consistency with the white character variance. Makes more sense to me. Array length instead of the array size and bytes. Yep. I haven't gone fully through yet, but I think you should use array size macro. Yeah. Let's see that. SN printf boof. SN printf. Yeah. That's a good point, yeah. As printf is not safe. Relates to place. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, let's go through it and click these as done. So SN printf, yes, this one looks correct. This one also looks correct. Yep. Okay. SN printf. Yep. Yep. Okay, that's all good. SN printf. Present as, yeah. Okay. It's kind of weird though. That does this. This one could also be just str copy or something, right? Loading. I think this could also just be a str copy. STRL copy. STR location string STR. I think so. Okay, that looks safe. Okay, yeah. Safe. Array, blah, blah. Okay, SM printf, yeah. Da-dum. Okay. Yeah. Printf. Texture path, yeah. Oof. This looks suspicious. This edit looks suspicious. This as well. Several times in this change. What is going on? What is going on here? Commands. Okay, name Zeus camel case. Download name. Download file name. Yeah. Okay. Scrap, blah, okay. Symbuf. Scrap. Okay, by the way, did it compile? Yes. Okay, then let's test if the previous change also compiles. Check out this command. But it should. So smprintf entry, yup. File path, yup. To the smprintf location string, yeah. Could be just str copy. Yeah. Full-fledged name. Size. It also uses this here. Okay. 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 Lunch. Okay. Okay. Moving arclen plus 10. I see. Size file name. Okay. Just could be just as a copy. Okay, I will delete this comment here. Status string. Get game name. Get game name. What is get game name doing? Game name. Game name. Unicode string. Yeah. Okay. Just be. Good. Then this one compiles. Let's go to the next one. Check out this commit. Yep. Compile that. Okay. What is this? Done. Okay. Okay, what about this guy here? Okay, Omniblade is happy with it. Looks okay to me. My matrix mass isn't good enough to comment if the math functions are correct, so I just assume you know what you're doing. Only thing I would question is, do we really need this given that we want to remove DX8 sooner rather than later? Hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know what all this is here. Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 I will be right back. So that also compiles. Then we only have one more here to check. Okay. There you go. By the way, in the intro class, did we actually put the copyright headers? We did. Okay, good. Okay, fantastic. Then I think this one is all good. Then let's go back to main branch and we open another. This one. Yeah. Create branch. Fix video buffer formats. Cherry pick, automatically create a commit. Okay. We have that, and then next one is short intro logo. This one, quick start, tweak, quick start, no logo. That is this one here. Cherry pick. Okay, and then we have one more where we do where is it? Fix order of display update and draw. Yeah, this one. Cherry pick. No, we need to create a branch first. Hold on. This one. So cherry pick, fix, intro draw order, display draw order. This one. Okay, good. I think we got it all. Then let's push these guys. Well, we still also need to replicate it in generals. Let's do this now. Projects, blah, blah, code, replicate in generals. There we go. Okay, then let's open that. By the way, here we can add some labels. This one is stability minor gen ZH fix. Well, it's not really a fix. It's more like stability. Yeah. Yeah, let's say fix. Why not? Okay. Good. So fix order of display, update and draw in intro loop. This change fixes the order of display, update and draw in intro loop. This matches the update and draw order in the regular client update loop. I was unable to observe any effects, any consequences for this. So I would just say factor, I don't know, or I don't know, minor fix gen ZH. It's not a refactor, no. I don't know if it fixes anything. It just makes the order consistent. That's it. I don't know. First update, then draw, instead of first draw and then update. Good. So we have that. Next. Next. This one. Display fixed video buffer format selection. Yeah. Okay. I think here we can also replicate it in general straight away. Yeah. There we go. This change fixes the video buffer format selection. Unclear to me what EA was thinking there. This is some monkey fudge. Every video that is not intro would pick the type. Which makes no sense. and hints to monkey. Every video that is not an intro, that is not the intro, would pick this, which makes no sense. I restart this to the previous code, and that looks more logical. All the videos show as usual. All the videos show as usual. No change, no user-facing change was observed. Fix minor gen ZH. On that note, though, the comment is no longer correct. Open. Okay. Fix video buffer format selection. Yep. Okay. Cool. Then we have that. Then next. Let's go to here, this one. Let's push this. Tweak is a keyword, right? Let me see. Contributing guidelines. Wiki, fit tweak, no, tweak, yeah, okay. So, quick start, no logo, yeah. This change skips the intro logo with minus quick starts and enables no logo, no channel release builds. This is great for players that want to start the game fast. This is good for all players that want to start the game very fast. Enhancements, minor gen ZH. Okay. To do, replicate in generals. Okay. And then the last one is the, by the way, let me see if Greptile was complaining about any of these so far. There are comments already. Greptile. Okay, Greptile is happy with this. The comment says, render every video. The conditional restart no longer excludes. I've already fixed that. Yeah. Chill. Already fixed. Add Greptile AI. Okay. Okay. Good. Then the next to attend is new intro. So, new intro. Merge with rebase. This change has 5 commits. 1. To do replicate in generals. Add polity to commit titles. Verify each commit compiles individually. We already did that. This change has 5 commits. 1, move intro related code to a new file and class. 2, simplify the intro state machine to make it easier to modify and maintain, to modify and extend. 3, remove the non-functional copyright string and simplify the EA logo movie code. This also shortens the effective EA logo duration by, I don't know, 3 or 5 seconds. Yeah, I don't know how long it exactly is, but somewhere between 3 to 5 seconds. 4, remove the superfluous legal page which was never visible except of the superfluous legal page from intro sequence, which would have lasted 4 seconds after scissor video, but was practically never visible except the memory the mem pass, the memory pass would have failed, except if the memory pass would have failed on 2000 error machines. Move intro related code to a new file and class. Simplify the intro state machine to make it easier to modify and extend. I think the condition was actually meant to be the inverse. I think the condition was actually meant to be the inverse. Okay, move intro related code to a new file and class. Simplify the intro state machine to make it easier to modify and extend. Remove the non-functional copyright string and simplify the EA logo movie code. This also shortens the effective EA logo duration by 3 to 5 seconds. Remove the superfluous legal page from intro sequence, which would have lasted 4 seconds after scissor video, but was practically never visible except of the memory path, except if the mem pass would have failed. Relevance for 2000 error machines. Computers. 5. Add new intro screen for the Super Hackers team. Old intro sequence. EA logo. 3 seconds. Non-skippable. Then black screen. I don't know how long it is. It's 3 to 5 seconds. Something. 3 to 5 seconds. Non-skippable. I did not measure how long the black screen was. According to code, somewhere between 3 to 5 seconds. According to code, somewhere between 3 to 5 seconds. Then the sizzle video, skippable, and then legal page, 4 seconds, practically never shown, and then shell map, load screen. Okay, new intro sequence. EA logo, 3 seconds, non-skippable. By the way, let's add some stars here, yeah. Maybe can we add this with numbers? 1 dot. 1 dot, 2 dot, 3, 4, 5. Good. So, new intro sequence. 1. EA logo, 3 seconds, non-skippable. 2. 800 milliseconds, black screen. 800 milliseconds, non-skippable. 3. Super Hackers logo, 3 seconds, non-skippable. Black screen, 1 second, non-skippable. 5. Sizzle video, skippable. And then shell map, load screen. Okay, then let's also add an image of what this new screen looked like. English. Well, let's do 1024 times 7, 7, 6, 7, 6, 8. I think 7, 6, 8. That didn't work. Ah, I know why. Let's change the resolution to this, accept. Okay, let's restart. Run this. How do we take this? Let's do paint. Let's do it like so. New. Yeah, that's good enough. Copy that. Good. Is that good? So this change has 5 commits. Move into related code to a new file and class. Simplify the intro state machine to make it easier to modify and extend. Remove the non-functional copyright string and simplify the EA logo movie code. This also shortens the effective EA logo duration by 3 to 5 seconds. Remove the superfluous legal page from intro sequence, which would have lasted 4 seconds after sizzle video, but was practically never visible, except if the mem pass would have failed. Relevant for 2000 era computers. I think the condition was actually meant to be the inverse. Add new intro screen for this. Okay. Old intro EA logo 3 seconds non-skippable. Black screen 3 to 5 seconds non-skippable. Scissor video skippable. Legal page 4 seconds practically never shown. Share upload screen. I didn't measure how long the black screen was. Going to code somewhere between 3 to 5 seconds. Black screen 800 milliseconds non-skippable. Logo 3 seconds non-skippable. Black screen 1 second non-skippable. Scissor video skippable. Share my upload screen. There you go. Okay. Good. Labels. Well, is it an enhancement? Minor. It does contain also a refactor. And that is a gen. And that's a ZH. And enhancement gen minor. Yeah. Art. Art. Okay. Milestone. Blah. Okay. Okay, blah 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 blah. Da 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 da. cool. I think this is fine. Code looks readable. Create pull request. There we go. Okay, so regarding the other ones, let's see if greptile is happy now with this. Okay, greptile is happy. The fix is well understood. Is it? Is it? I'm not so sure about that. Let's see this one. Okay, greptile is happy with this. Fantastic. Cool. Okay. Good. Then I think we only need to let's wait for the review of this guy. And then I think this session will be ending at close, and then next session we test the player info list. Yeah. Okay, good. In the meantime, let's do a remotes. Blah. Okay, cool. I think here we are good. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Then let's see if greptile is happy with this or it has something to complain. Greptile, oh, is not happy with it. Can stay in intro state start forever. Unhandled intro state start. Calls enter next state and then switches to current state. But there's no case intro state start and no default. If no next state is enabled, switch does nothing. So is done never becomes true. And the shell map is never shown. And? I don't care about that. Okay, we have compile errors. Well, that's not good. Only shows a share after intro is done with a new intro implementation. If the global flags disable both intro and scissor, play intro and after intro is not preset, intro never reaches done. Okay. Okay, that's a fair comment, yeah. Yeah. I think that's a fair remark. Yeah. So let's go to the code intro. So essentially, it wants us to make the state machine a bit more robust. And so we have here current state. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, start. So we start, and then what? Enter next state. Enter next state. Well, we are advancing the state. We are advancing. There's a loop in here. It's advancing the loop. After intro. Allowed state. Here a logo, blah 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 blah. Okay, so greptile assumes that if we don't set after intro, that it would not advance to the shell map. I would argue that that's not true. I would argue that that is not true. I would say so. So let's say we make a pass no logo and we remove this, yeah, and we start the game with quick start. Yeah. I say that it will still go, it will still succeed and go to the menu. Because we have these steps where like it will be able to skip ahead. It should work. I don't think greptile is right about this. Well, I could be wrong, of course. We can probably even disable, remove this after intro shit. I could imagine. So let's see that. There we go. So play intro, true, false. Play sizzle, false. Good. And now what? Let's see what happens. And we are in the menu. It works. It works. So I would say maybe we just remove this after intro shit. After intro. Well, we still have this dependency here. No? After intro, yeah. Where did we add this? I think here, right? Yeah. I think what we could do is so let's see if let's say we remove this, yeah. We remove this. We need to tell the game our intro is done. No, we don't. We don't. So we remove this. And we move that. And that's good. So the thing is that as long as there's no movie playing or something, it will advance to the last state, which is done. It will get there. It will get there. So mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's try that again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are in the menu. So I would say we can here do copyright. We can do a fix-up commit onto this guy with all this removed. Well, hopefully there will be no problem getting it on there. Oof. So we have this. This. Mm-hmm. 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 There we go. This, 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 and this. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, so I think we can merge it in here, simplify the intro state machine, fix up, yeah. Okay, let's squash that down. Oh boy. Intro. Mm-hmm. Grand pass. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 I think what we need to do is this and this. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I think this will work. Okay, why do we have a compile error? Let's see what's that about. Debug. View details. Error. Setting. Setting types with no linkage cannot be used as template arguments. Huh? Error. So I think we have yeah, so the setting is complaining about this guy here, right? Why? Struct intro setting types with no linkage. Error. Struct intro setting cannot be used as template arguments. Is that because it's inside this function? Maybe that's why. Okay, let's put it outside. Setting. Let's call it display setting. Display setting. Okay. Okay. I'm surprised though that this, okay, this is VC6 that was failing, but we also had Win32 targets failing, right? No, it's only VC6, okay. Okay, that's fair. Good, let's merge that down and let's okay. Please recheck. Please recheck this. This worked because this worked in practice and did not get stuck because enter next state. Enter next state contains a loop and will get to done. To make it easier to understand, I have now also removed. The after intro from global data, global data. From global data class. The obsoleted Yeah, I think greptile is mistaken about whatever it has erased there. Let's see if it recognizes its mistake or clarify what the mistake is, because I don't see it. Okay, we did this. Is it rechecking it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Good, then let's wait what it says about it. Good. Okay, what does it say now? Now it's happy. Fantastic. Okay. But it didn't correct its mistake here. Okay, well, I mark it as resolved. Good. It's happy now. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Good. Well. Good. 0, 1. Okay. Good. I think we are done here. There we go. Okay, cool. Then I think I will end it here. It has been, almost 3 hours. Then I wish you a great day or night until next time. Goodbye.